All right, welcome back to another episode of our HVAC business audit where we dive in and go in depth on exactly how HVAC businesses can take their online presence and really boost it up to not only increase the revenue coming into their business, but to also increase their overall customer base. This is the number one way that HVAC businesses can get new customers into their business. And so today we're going to jump over. We're going down to Jonestown, Texas today. And we're going to be looking at North Lake Heating and Cooling. And we're going to jump in and show them some specific things that they can do to help their online presence and to overall grow their company a little bit more. If you guys would like to have your own episode of this HVAC audit series, feel free, just drop down below, give me your business name and your location, and we'll put you on the list and you might be in the next episode. But let's go ahead and jump right on in. All right. So first and foremost, the first thing we're going to do is we're here on Google. We're going to go ahead and look and see exactly how he's ranking on his Google business profile, see where his business is already sitting, and then we can give some actionable steps for how he can better do it in the future. So to jump right on in, so when we look over here, I've already got it set up. We are in Jonestown, Texas. So my computer believes we're in Jonestown, Texas. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to run a search for something like, here we go, furnace repair near me. Now, Jonestown is kind of a smaller area. I looked it up prior to this video. It looks like with about 2,500 people within Jonestown. And so in order for him to obviously be to grow and get as big as he possibly can, he's going to have to branch out from Jonestown. But we do already have a really good start here. So as you can see, he's ranked number 1 in Jonestown. That's great. This is the guy that we're looking for. This is Chris's business here. I'm going to go ahead and click into his business profile. Here in a second, we're going to search some bigger areas. So Leander's really close to him. That's probably a better avenue for him to actually be able to grow the business because Leander has a population of 80,000 as opposed to Jonestown, which is only 2,500 people. It's kind of hard to create a profitable business and a growing business with a very small customer base potential. But to jump right in, so he's doing great in Jonestown. This is awesome. We got 33 reviews, 4.3 stars total. Not bad. That star needs to go up just a little bit. It's best to be in that 4.6 to 4.8 rating. And believe it or not, that's actually better than going 5.0. So he is open 24 hours, which is what we like to see. For those of you who don't know, when you set your business up for 24 hours, what it does is when people are running searches outside of normal business hours, it kind of helps boost you up and get you a little bit higher during those times. So if you're in a very, very competitive area, applying 24 hours might give you a little bit more leverage than you would have had prior. Now, obviously, you need to have the ability to answer the phone 24 hours a day, and you need to have the ability to run these emergency calls. But assuming that you do have either an on-call tech or yourself that answers the phone, no matter even after business hours, it is a very good idea to go ahead and put open 24 hours. Now, that's not to say that you have to run the calls 24 hours, but you do need to answer the phone because Google knows if you don't answer the phone and that customer calls the business below you, and it's kind of like a negative mark on your account that you didn't answer the phone and they went to one of your competitors. So your competitor might actually be ranked higher than you just because they're answering the phone and you're not. Let's go ahead and go in a little bit further though. So looking at this, it's looking pretty good. We need to do some more updates. Updates will help you in this next step. So we will want to probably branch out and start hitting places like Leander and whatnot. And if you're ranked lower, updates are one of the ways that you can be ranked a little bit higher. You'll want to use your keywords. You want to just create as many updates as possible. I recommend bare minimum going at least once a week and creating new updates for your business. I'm going to go ahead and just jump right in here on the reviews. Like I always make sure that you are responding to every single one of these reviews. So you've got a new review in 2 weeks ago. No response, no response. We've got a response here, but it says that it's a fake review. This is another point. So if you guys ever get fake reviews, don't respond to them at all. Just make sure and go through a dispute and dispute it with Google. Okay. You're going to want to get this review basically taken off of your profile. But if you respond to it, it makes it even harder for you to get rid of that review off of your profile. All right, fix the AC. So we need to respond to all these. We've got a whole bunch of reviews in here that haven't been responded to. You do need to get more reviews too, but we can talk about that later. So we're good, good, good. 1 star. He seems not very happy. Attitude, unprofessionalism. If you'll notice, 3 people have liked this negative review. Nobody's been liking all the positive reviews. So that kind of brings these negative reviews to the forefront. That's what people go in here looking for, is these negative reviews. 1 year after my service, blah, blah, blah. Okay, he's not happy. Oh, show up late. We got 7 likes on this negative review here. Get bullied for stating my personal experience. It sounds like he might have gotten some backlash for leaving a review. Rudest person we encountered. And now we do have a response, but it's not the kind of response that we want to get. It's perfectly fine. Everybody gets negative reviews. Don't worry. Every single person out there, if you've been in business long enough, you will get negative reviews. But how you respond to said negative reviews can actually be a major, major influx of new customers into your business, literally because of how you respond to them. All right, we got another negative review. If I could give him 0 stars, I would. Treats people as unnecessary and he's a liar. Okay, that's a little rough. This guy's a renter. Okay, again, we're responding back, but this is not a good response to have. This could be costing you potentially $100,000 a year, these negative responses here. Just think about it. You might have a guy that's wanting to replace 3 systems at his house, and he comes in and he says that this is the most unprofessional company I've ever dealt with, et cetera, et cetera. And then instead of responding to it well, and instead of responding to it in a way that potential customers would see and actually feel like, okay, if I have a negative experience, then it's going to be turned into maybe a good experience because of the way that the owner responded to me. So, yeah, we definitely need to work on this, Chris. No lie. So one of the things that you're going to want to always do anytime you get a negative review, you do need to leave a response back. Those customers do need to feel heard. Otherwise, they're going to keep slandering you. They're going to keep dragging you through the mud everywhere that you go. But when you respond to these negative reviews, you can actually get a ton of new customers by way of how you respond. And so if you were to respond like, we are very sorry, this is not normal for our business to treat the customer this way. We apologize for any inconvenience. If there's anything that we can do to make this right, please give us a call at our office number, et cetera, et cetera. Stuff like that. Stuff that you're not writing the response for the review, the person that left the review. You need to write these responses for all the hundreds of people that will go to that negative review, read it, and then decide to go to your competitor instead. Doesn't matter where you're ranked. If they read a review and they go and they don't like the way that the review was responded to, if they don't like the way that your business handled the negativity, they're just going to simply call your competitor. And this could be costing you, like I said, hundreds of $1,000s a year The reviews are a huge thing. And as you can see, just by looking through here, as you can see, we've got 7 people liked that one, that negative review. 6 people like this other negative review. So you're getting people, you're getting eyeballs see this. And I guarantee you, these 6 people and those 7 people did not call you. How much money did that cost your business? It might have cost you quite a bit. You don't even know it. You just might, you know, not feel the positive impacts of if you'd have done it right. Um, so always, for one, always respond to every single review that comes in. And except for those fake ones, if it's a fake review, you just dispute it, try to brush it under the rug. If it doesn't go through the disputes, then you might leave a response saying that this isn't a real review. But all those negative reviews can be the number one aspect that brings new customers into your business. Right now, they're the any new customers are coming in, they're reading that, and they're hitting the door before you even know that they were there. So we want to capitalize on those negative reviews as much as possible. Not only that, we're at a 4.3 right now, so we need to get more reviews coming in. Um, you need to set up some sort of automations if you don't have it already. Maybe get a QR code for out in the field where you get people to leave a review right there on the spot. You can deal with any of the negativity stuff on the spot while you're there. And you own a business, man. You've got to carry your brand with you at all times. Uh, so even when it sucks to bite your tongue, you've really got to be as professional as possible with all of all the negativity out there. People say negative things all the time. That's just the way the world is right now. Everybody is negative about everything. You just can't fall into that trap. It is what it is. I want to cuss people out and all that stuff too, but you just can't do that. Let's go ahead and jump right over. We'll look at your website real quick. Oh, so right out the gate, I'm not a huge fan of this. So this whole thing right here is literally taking up half of your website page, right? Which wouldn't be that big of a deal, except for as soon as you start scrolling, it's still taking half that page. So you can't really read any of the stuff that's in here. Like your viewing window is so small. Um, this either needs to scroll, or that honestly should be your footer right here. Your main top area should be talking about uh, your local keywords and all that stuff. Um, so I would definitely rectify this website a little bit. It's just taking up too much of the real estate right here. It doesn't quite fit in. I believe I'm set at 100%. Yeah, I'm at 100%. So this is where most people operate. I typically operate smaller than this, but when I'm doing this, I always want to be at 100% because most people don't ever touch their Zoom. So we definitely need to alter this. So you don't even have a footer, it looks like. And so literally you could just take this, throw this down on the footer, still add something up here, but make it where it scrolls away when you scroll down the page. That way people can actually utilize your website. So if people go to your website right now, most of the time they're probably not converting. Don't get me wrong, HVAC businesses aren't really designed to convert people on their website. That's not really how you guys operate. But just in case somebody does come to your website, you want it to be a boost to your business, not a detriment. And so this right here kind of makes it hard for people to navigate through your stuff, and they might just go to the next guy just because they don't want to deal with it. We will go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and change. So we're going to go to the Leander, Texas, and then we're going to go ahead and do that same furnace repair service near me. Now we will see where we are in a bigger area. Don't get me wrong, you're in Jonestown, so you start off with a little bit of a uphill battle that you've got to do because these guys are in Leander. But we'll scroll down a little bit and just see where you guys sit over there. I'm assuming this is one of the locations that you guys go to. All right. Come on. There we are. All right, so we're business number 40. That can obviously do a little bit better. And so some of that is going to be these terms that are on your website here. Um, Let me move myself so I can read it since I'm down in the only viewing area here. North Shore area. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so not a lot of people are probably going to be running a search for North Shore area. So your wording and whatnot that you put on your website is highly important. This, like I said, I don't really like the setup fully very much, but the way that this is set up is this is your basically your most important stuff that's on your website. Um, and it doesn't really use a lot of keywords that people would search on Google. So these need to be things that people actively search for on Google. That is what you want to put in here. The primary reason for your website is, well, it looks like it might be to get payment, but it's also to just tell Google that your business should be ranked and you should be getting the business. That's the primary goal of the website. It's not for people purchasing products or anything. And so yeah, and it's just a landing page anyway, which is great. That's pretty much what I recommend anyway, because HVAC businesses don't need to try to sell stuff on their websites. They don't need to write blogs and all that stuff. Um, so I do like the fact that it's just a landing page, but it's very rough to try to deal with personally. So um, just looking at this, like I said, you do need to do a little bit more. You need to make some updates. If you make some updates and actually name Leander as one of your areas that you go to, that could help get traction in that city. As we look, let me see. Okay, we're all by zip codes, which is fine. Don't get me wrong, zip codes are good. I prefer to do the full blown thing. So I'm not sure. My numbers are not going to be right because I don't know the area, but it would be something like Leanne. Well, so you've already in Jonestown. So Jonestown, Texas, 78641. Leander, Texas, 78613. Whatever the coinciding zip codes and stuff are, I would prefer that it actually state the city name and all that stuff, what people might be searching. So somebody might be searching for a furnace repair in Leander, Texas. And so when they search that, yes, you have the zip code, but you didn't tell Google that like literally that term, Leander, is what we're going for. Let's look at your photos real quick. All right, we got a couple of photos in there. Definitely need more photos. Put as many photos. I mean, you can take pictures on every job site that you're on, and you just upload those to Google. It just tells Google that you're active and that you're one of the businesses that should be sought out. We should really talk about getting some more reviews. We should talk about going in and how to respond to all these reviews. So even though you've left responses to most of these negative reviews, I would go in and just try to use wording that makes the next person that sees that review think, oh, well, they had a bad experience, but like, I love the way that the owner handled it. And it's obvious that if I use them and I have a bad experience, he's going to make it right. And so it actually lowers the risk of giving you a call. Whereas right now, there's people saying that you're rude, and then you respond, no offense, you respond with rudeness. And so all that says is, okay, he's right. I am not calling that company. And we don't want that. We don't want that to be the thing that grows. We don't want the negativity to be the thing that grows. We want to be a positive experience for people. And we want to be the heating and air conditioning business in the area with the business, not just one of the businesses that, whatever. Anyway, so I can't tell you how much money you've probably lost out on just because of those couple of negative reviews and then the responses to them. So just fix that up a little bit, pretty it up. I realize that some of those, they're basically asking for handouts. I realize that they're wanting you to pay for things. I'm not saying that you need to necessarily pay for things. I mean, if you cause things, you should pay for them. Obviously, that's just good business. But if you didn't, you still need to make it known to anybody and everybody that comes in, looks at those reviews, make it known that you made it right. Whether you made it right or not, it should say, we want to make this right. Do you understand what I'm saying? Anyways, that's pretty much as far as I'm going to go. You're looking pretty good in all reality. So Jonestown, you're like the guy. Don't get me wrong. Just not a very big customer base over there. So maybe Lago Vista is different. But I almost bet money that you need to get over into Leander a little bit, and right now you're not there. You're 40th, ranked 40th currently. But you can be ranked up there pretty quick, pretty easy with just a few minor adjustments. And like I said, always respond to the reviews, good or bad. We'll talk to you soon. Hit me up, Chris, and we can go a little bit further in depth with some of this stuff. But I hope you guys gained a little bit of knowledge from this. I hope that this helped you out a little bit. And just let this be known that negative reviews can be a great source of new customers for your business. Every business gets negative reviews. It's if you've been in business long enough, negative reviews will come your way. But how you handle these negative reviews are really what sets your business apart. So think about it in depth. Think about not what the reviewer will think after I leave this review, after I leave this response, but think about it as one of the hundreds of other people that are going to come through and see this review. What will they think after they read my response, after they read the review that was negative, and then they read my response? What do they think? Try to make it to where they think, well, damn, I'm going to hire that guy because he's going to make it right. He obviously gives a crap. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Take it if you want to. Don't if you don't. Like I expressed before, if you have any desire to have your business audited, have your business's online presence evaluated, so I can give you a few pointers so that you can get more revenue into your business. Please leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I'm going to leave a link just right over here to subscribe, and then we'll put the previous video right up here. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out.